Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated was founded December 4th, 1906 at Cornell University in Ithaca, New York. During the fall of 1946, there was a strong need to continue the collegiate experience of alphadom and to provide community services to the Palm Beaches by way of an alumni chapter of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. The brothers forming this chapter served as charter brothers to Delta Delta Lambda chapter, the 192nd House of Alpha, which received its charter on January 1st, 1947. These brothers became the trailblazers, role models, and pioneers of fraternal life in Palm Beach County. The charter members were Dr. C.C. Benton, medical doctor, Reverend S.A. Cousin, minister at Payne Chapel AME Church, Clifton G. Dyson, local businessman, Dr. Erman W. Edgecombe, medical doctor and surgeon, Professor Maury Neely, educator, Dr. Wardence Nixon, medical doctor, Dr. Robert L. Smith, dentist, William B. Stewart, educator, and Dr. James Young, dentist. Brother Clifton Dyson was a local businessman, real estate developer, and broker. He was inducted into Alpha Phi Alpha as a student at Dillard University, where he received his bachelor's degree in pharmacy. He later received his master's degree in pharmacy from a joint Fisk-Vanderbilt University program. Brother Dyson garnered many firsts in his lifetime. First black pharmacist in Palm Beach County, first black postmaster in Florida, first black appointed to the Florida State Board of Regents. In 1973, Florida A&M University named the new school of the College of Pharmacy and Pharmaceutical Sciences Institute of Public Health building in his honor. Brother Dr. Robert Smith Sr. was an outstanding community activist and local dentist. Dr. Smith was highly respected nationally, statewide, and throughout his community for his concern for people. Throughout his career, he served on several boards in an effort to better the conditions of blacks in Palm Beach County, most notably chairman of the Community Chess Drive, chairman of the Mayor's Community Relations Committee, chairman of the Biracial Committee for Palm Beach County Schools Desegregation Plan, chairman of the Mayor's Committee on Slum Clearance, and chairman of voter registration, which resulted in an increase of black voters in Palm Beach County. Brother Smith held the distinction of being state director of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Southeast Region for 8 years. First of all, servants of all, we shall transcend all. His son Robert L. Smith Jr. is currently a member of Delta Delta Lambda, as well as a past president of the chapter. Over the years, the founding brothers left an indelible impression on the community and future brothers.
My early memories was based on being friends with alpha men, Al Sutton, King David Jackson, Roosevelt Wilson, Paul Williams.
There were several alpha men already over in that area, and I got to meet Warren Hawkins, U.B. Kinsey, Al Sutton. Right across the street from me, we had an older brother, used to be a principal out in the Glades, El Sigmund Grill, and he used to always talk with me. And my wife had a friend named King David Jackson, and I used to go out to his house all the time out here in River Beach, and he would always talk about, he was a member of Alpha, so finally he got me in there.
A lot of members of Alpha Phi Alpha were members of my church, Payne Chapel, and I constantly saw things that they were doing in the community. On numerous occasions, Alpha Phi Alpha dignitaries worshiped at Payne Chapel, and several district conferences ended with an ecumenical service at the church.
I didn't know the influence of the fraternity initially. All you heard was Alphas run Palm Beach County. I didn't realize that we were in every seat or every faction of the city. Education, you found a plethora of Alphas. Athletics, music, chief of police, judges.
Man of Deeds is a core tenet of Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated. Amongst the many community service initiatives and participation was Delta Delta Lambda's Fall Festival.
So this is the part of the marketing that we did, that King David and the others did for, and it put us in a business mind. It was because of this that we have an investment account, because we had to have somewhere so that we could provide funding, not for us, but for scholarships for youngsters in the community who deserved it.
The Fall Festival represented a carnival sponsored by Delta Delta Lambda as part of its fundraising effort and was held in a vacant field on Australian Avenue where Roosevelt Middle School currently sits.
Another thing that we were doing is assisting with the Special Olympics program.
Special Olympics Florida, Palm Beach County offers year-round sports training and athletic competitions to over 1,500 individuals with intellectual disabilities in Palm Beach County.
And we participated yearly and helped out with the program. That was one of the things that also I saw that we were doing that I didn't see a whole lot of other fraternities involved in.
Well, at certain times of year, like Thanksgiving time, we would give baskets to mostly the elderly citizens in the community.
Another core tenet of Alpha is love for all mankind. For over 40 years, Delta Delta Lambda has provided Thanksgiving baskets to needy families in the community.
We did dinners to our Alpha men's widows. We participated in voter registration and helping to transport people to the polls.
Our historic national program, A Voteless People is a Hopeless People, was established during the 1930s when many African Americans had the right to vote but were prevented from voting because of poll taxes, threats of reprisal, and lack of education about the voting process. Voter education and registration have remained a dominant focus of this outreach program for more than 65 years.
It was the activities that we engaged in that made everything worthwhile, and especially the attention that was given to our young people in regards to them making something of themselves and completing their task of being educated.
One of our core programs is Brothers Keeper. Brothers Keeper is a service program developed with the mission of advocating and improving the quality of life for Alpha Phi Alpha Fraternity Incorporated brothers, their spouses, and widows who are retired, are elders, have disabilities, and are ailing and vulnerable community members. The goal of the Brothers Keepers program is to promote dignity and independence among Alpha family and community members who need help in keeping their lives and homes functional.
Well, my name is Brother Stephen Thomas. I am a major at the Riviera Beach Police Department. My earliest memory of this chapter was my freshman year in high school. My grandmother was approached by a member of the fraternity, and she was told that they were starting a youth mentoring program.
The MOT, the Men of Tomorrow program.
The MOT program is a youth program that was established by our late brother Edwin Wesley. The initial program he got from, believe it or not, it was from the AKA in Daytona Beach, Florida.
Actually started in 1987, but the first group actually was 1988.
The Men of Tomorrow program, under the auspices of the Educational Scholarship Foundation, has as its main goal the mentoring of young men from grades 9 through 12. Through various fundraising activities and grant sources, Alpha Phi Alpha Educational Scholarship Foundation has been able to provide grants and scholarships totaling over $800,000 to Palm Beach County students, mentor and fund activities of the Men of Tomorrow Youth Group, which currently serves over 40 African American young men in Palm Beach County.
Our program was running out the seams at 60 kids or plus, 61 kids, 62 kids, 69 kids, 58 kids some years. So it was like that. It was like that consistently.
Annually send Palm Beach County students on a college tour.
We've gone as far as Georgetown University, Morgan State, University of Chicago. We've done Washington.
Teach young men about the challenges of dealing with teen pregnancy and sexually transmitted diseases through our Project Alpha program in partnership with the March of Dimes.
This year we'll be back to doing our signature program, signature event, Mr. Debonair. Typically every year we culminate each program year with a ball where we have our boys and we present them to the community through a formal ball, which was instituted by Brother Wesley years ago. It's called Mr. Debonair. A quick excerpt of a poem or playing on an instrument or whatever, because we're showcasing his talent. We have some MOTs who are probably good in oratorical. We have some MOTs who are excellent musicians, so we're going to showcase them. I mean, we've done MOT choir, we've done the MOT band, we've done all that at Mr. Debonair.
We are proud to announce that since 1987, Delta Delta Lambda has graduated 100% of its MOT members who have come through the program in all 4 years. More impressive is 90% of this number are college graduates and giving back to their community.
Some have become college vice presidents. Some have worked in the governor's office, corporate America, from California to Washington. Some are working at Washington in politics. Some have worked in the governor's office here in the state of Florida. Some have become pharmacists, doctors, psychiatrists, teachers, pastors. We've got them all.
I think one of the most important parts of mentoring young African American men is patience. Sometimes people don't have the patience to work with young people. So having patience to work with young people, listening to the young people, and giving the young people the guidance that they need, it makes a big difference. So
I've met so many great young men. You just don't know it. I mean, when my phone rang and there's former MOTs on that line that call me and to tell me what they're doing today, and how what we did 3 years ago, and they could almost pinpoint the meeting that we did, and you don't think it affects them, but it does. And they can tell me that because of that, they're doing this today. That I get that all the time.
Alpha Educational Foundation DDL is a foundation that was started by the local chapter here in order that we might reach out and be able to get the funding we needed to continue our program. The foundation was started in 1997. Michael Norwood was the president of the chapter, and he tasked a few of us to work together to get the necessary paperwork done through the Internal Revenue Service to form our foundation. We are a 501c3 foundation. That means is we're tax exempt and we're able to receive funds from the community and businesses, and they're able to write that off on their taxes. Two of the biggest programs that we run through our foundation is our Men of Tomorrow program. Secondly, the Judge Rogers Center for Community Development, as it's formally named, is named after one of our members, the former deceased Judge Edward Rogers, whose idea was that we would find a location where we could offer more than just the normal services, but we can bring the community together. So the Judge Rogers Center, which is at 251 West 11th Street in Riviera Beach, we've been here for 5 years. That's ran under our foundation as well. That center is a cornerstone for the works that we look to do in the years going forward, because we bring together other nonprofit agencies where we can provide services to the community. We're service driven. We want to make sure we keep that at the forefront of what we do at the Rogers Center, but all of that's ran under the umbrella of the Alpha Educational Foundation. We have several nonprofit organizations that are situated at the Judge Rogers Center, ranging from
Nelson's Outreach Ministry, which helps provide food and services for needy families. Every Wednesday, food is distributed to the community, with several thousand pounds of food distributed monthly. Suits for Seniors, a mentoring program sponsored by Brother Gervonta Tay Edmonds. This program mentors high school students in life skills, such as financial literacy, acts of kindness, and after-school and summer program for children providing homework assistance as well as cultural enhancement. And Florida Fishing Academy, which mentors young people of all ages in the marine industry.
Those organizations are bonded with us, and we try to assist them with not only just a place to operate, but we try to work with them and help building their programs as well. We offer manpower, we offer leadership direction, in any way we can help build those programs, because their success and our success are all tied together, because we're all working toward one commonality, and that's the improvement of our community. What's in store for the next 75 years for Delta Delta Lambda chapter? The sky's the limit. It's the possibility of doubling or tripling or quadrupling all the things that we've done in the past.
I think we'll still be there out front because the model has been set. And one thing for sure, you can't sneak into Alpha. There's some things that still reign supreme. And as long as we keep that model in place, I still think we'll be at the very tip, the aperture, the opening of whatever is to come.
I'm hoping that the future of this chapter continues to strive for the stars, because there's so much talent that's in the fraternity right now. I see us being able to at least double to triple what we've done in the past, and reaching into the community and continue to guide, continue to motivate and teach, because those are the things that we try to do with this fraternity as our motto: manly deeds, scholarship, and most of all, love for all mankind.